What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Dragon Destinations. My name is Drew Heath. I'm the director of athletics here at Drew School. Today, we have someone that I'm very excited to bring on. Selfishly, he was part of the basketball program and teams back in the day when they had some good years. I'm trying to relive those years with our current teams. He is a class of '09 member. He went to Kenyon University where he played 1 year of college basketball. He is currently on our board for the school, and he also currently works for the Oppenheimer and Company Incorporated as associate director dealing in wealth management. Today we have Eric Schulkin. Eric, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you for doing this. I know you're a busy guy.
Of course.
So kind of just want to just jump right into it. Was basketball the only sport you played while you're at Drew?
I played basketball all 4 years, and then I played baseball my senior year, which was a lot of fun. So I was happy to be able to do both.
Nice. Was the baseball team as good as the basketball team when you were in school?
It was not, but I got to play second base, and my best friend was shortstop, so it was a great experience being able to do that.
Awesome. And kind of as I mentioned in the intro, basketball while you were at school, you guys seem to have a pretty good team, pretty good run. What was your best experience or best memory from the basketball team?
Yeah, I think of my basketball experience at Drew in sort of two different experiences: my freshman, sophomore year, and then my junior and senior year. And so my freshman, sophomore year, we had a really great team. I got to play with my brother for 2 years. He's older by 2 years. So that was a really amazing experience, not only for us personally, but also for basketball. We had a lot of success. We beat a lot of the good teams in our league. We scored a lot of points. So that was a lot of fun. And I think we sort of set ourselves up for a good sort of end of my basketball career at Drew. We lost my brother my junior year because he graduated, and so we had a rebuilding year. But at that time, we brought in a really awesome and amazing and dedicated head coach who was with us for a few years. And I think in my junior year, we sort of laid the foundation for the success that we had my senior year. I think we became the first Drew basketball team to make NCS, which was super exciting. That was a goal of ours. We did really well in the preseason, I recall, and we won some league games. But I remember making NCS after I thought our season was over, and that was incredible. Drove to Cloverdale. It must have been, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 people in the stands. That was definitely the biggest sort of like Friday Night Lights game that we had. Little deer in the headlights, I think I experienced, but it was an awesome experience. It was great.
That is pretty cool. It's definitely this last year the team made it to NCS, and I think it was the first time since the time you made it. So that is pretty cool to hear that story.
That's awesome.
What are some, now that you're on the board for the school, what are some of the biggest changes you've kind of seen from when you were at school to now?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say that I think from a sports perspective, I think across the board, seems like the teams are doing really well, and there's a lot more sports, which is really awesome. I think just having the ability to, I mean, again, like I played baseball my senior year. I hadn't played baseball since 8th grade. Actually, maybe even before that. So, I think just being able to get out there, being able to be with your friends, to be able to be around people in a different capacity than just in the classroom or socially is really awesome. So I think Drew really encourages and allows kids to get involved. And so I think expanding the athletics program, having things like badminton, I think swimming is there too now. I don't think we had either of those back then. So, I think generally more options, more engagement, and also probably on the whole more success. So that's all really exciting and positive. I think volleyball made a deep run, right? And girls soccer has been amazing. So super exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, the volleyball team finished 4th in the whole state
amazing
last year, which was an amazing run. And they're doing pretty good this year too. Currently 2nd in the conference.
Oh wow, awesome.
So yeah, no, it is exciting to see the kids out there competing and trying to bring home those W's for us.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. I think trying to get some of those banners at Booker T is
yeah,
definitely a goal.
yeah, oh yeah. Um, as mentioned before, you went to Kenyon. What was the reasoning for that, and then kind of what was your experience while you were there?
Yeah. I think a few reasons. Kenyon recruited my brother his senior year, my sophomore year. We ended up playing at Gateway. It was a game that he and I were the only two that scored that game, and we won. So that was pretty cool. There was a news article written about that. Um, and I think so. From there, got recruited to a few different places. I would say Kenyon, Occidental, Pomona were the main ones.
Mhm.
But being from San Francisco and wanting to experience something different, I wanted to go out to somewhere else. I sort of felt like if I didn't leave California, then I might not ever leave. So it was a good experience to sort of go somewhere different, meet different people. As far as Kenyon is it's a great school. It's sort of very similar to Drew insofar as like small classrooms and real strong community from that perspective. And then athletically, they had just built a $70+ million athletic center, so that was like pretty hard to turn down. And also, at the time, I think the year before I got there, we were like number 3 in the conference. The conference had like the number 1 team in the nation, Worcester. So it was pretty
Okay.
strong. I think as far as like D3 conferences go, like I think it was like top 2 or 3. There was like
Mhm.
NESCAC, UAA, and then ours.
Yep.
Um, and so yeah, it was just a strong team. It was a way to meet people, meet different people, have somewhere to go and things to do, and that was like really exciting to me. And I think that the really amazing thing about Division 3 sports, I'll talk about playing, is that I mean it's almost like it's all the best players who like played in a Drew like conference all playing together in a way, so that was cool. A lot of people who have taken basketball or athletics seriously and played in structured environments, but I also will say that um, having decided to stop playing, it
Mhm.
was kind of nice that I wasn't like, I mean, I wish I was on a scholarship, but I wasn't on a scholarship, so I wasn't, at risk of losing it. So
Right.
I think Division 3 sort of presents a best of both worlds, where you get to have the engagement and community and athletic experience, and not be at the same time beholden to that deal you get.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That was perfect too, because I know we have a decent amount of student athletes this year who are considering going to a Division 3 school
Yeah,
for sports. So I think that's perfectly hit it on the head. A great description of kind of what the experience will be like.
yeah,
Um, Kind of along those lines a little bit, the transition from like being a serious athlete, playing in college, and then to like kind of what you're doing now, also talking to a lot of seniors, um, just like what's the next step? What should I be doing
yeah,
with my life? Can you just touch, you don't have to go into full detail,
sure,
but just kind of touch on like your current role and what you do,
yeah,
and also the decision to like be on the board of your alma mater, and what does a board member like typically do? I think people always hear that, but they don't really know like
sure.
what a board member does.
Yeah, those are all good questions. I mean, I will say one more thing about playing D3 basketball is that being able to play in intramurals was a great outlet too, to still
Mm-hmm.
play a lot of sports but not have it be quite as large of a commitment. So I
Right.
also like club teams or intramurals a great option for people as well, if they want to look into that routes. But as far as I moved back to San Francisco from Los Angeles in 2018, and I wanted to just get more involved in sort of my communities that I'm a part of. And an obvious one for me was to get involved with Drew. I mean, I am still best friends with, 10, 15 people from Drew in my graduating class, and plus or minus, a year or two. So
Mhm.
still have a strong network here of Drew friends, which I think, is sort of unique to Drew. I don't know. Every time I tell people that, I'm best friends with my high school friends, they're shocked to hear that. And I think that that's actually like pretty common among Drew people. But yeah, like wanted to get more involved, wanted to figure out how I can help the community. And as a board member, I think being on the board is about thinking about the long-term sort of trajectory and health of the school, and helping position the school in a way to continue to get better and improve over the long term. I think Drew has an amazing administration in place. It's trying to sort of actualize like David's vision, which I think is he has a direction, and I think we're all in full support of that direction. So I think Drew is a place with students of varied interests, and it's how do we support all of those interests, and make sure that we have the most fulfilling experience, academically, athletically, socially, artistically, all those sorts of things, and foster a strong community. So I think that's in essence, what outside of like showing up to meetings and stuff, I think that's what a board member does.
Nice, nice. No, definitely. I think that's one of the questions. Like, what is a board member? How do you get on the board? So I think that was perfect. And then kind of touch on kind of like what you're doing now for your like 9 to 5 main gig. You're the
Yeah,
associate director for the Oppenheimer company, dealing
yeah.
in wealth management, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I do wealth management. I do financial planning. I actually work. I'm partnered with um, someone who's been at Oppenheimer for a long, long time, and he's the father of a good friend of mine from Drew. So I had
Okay.
a Drew connection that presented this opportunity, which was awesome. Again, can't yeah, I'm eternally thankful for Drew in many many ways, but that being one of them. But yeah, I do wealth management. I do financial planning. I work in San Francisco, in downtown San Francisco. Currently, clearly I'm at my home, but generally speaking, help people with help individuals, help families, help business owners thinking about their short, medium and long term goals as far as their financial planning and investments. So it's a really sort of enriching experience because I get to get to know people pretty intimately, and do things like sit at their kitchen table and talk about finances. That's something that not a lot of people get to do, and so just being able to work with people and help sort of actualize the goals that they have is a pretty cool experience.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. And then last one I got for you. I know it was a while ago for you, but if you're an 8th grader looking for in high school, why do you
Yeah.
think they should choose Drew?
Oh man, that's a great question, and like there's literally too many reasons to list them, but I'll try and do it quickly. I think one, as I mentioned before, I'm still best friends with my friend group from Drew. I mean, truly, I can't think of smarter, nicer, uh, you know, athletic, artistic, just super talented individuals that I've had the fortune of being around, that were at Drew with me. Um, Again, I think the ability to pursue your passions, whether it's through the arts or through athletics, like there's always an opportunity for you. And yeah, I mean, I Drew allowed me to get to all the places that I wanted to go. Whether it was college and professionally and things like that. So I just can't think of a better place that would allow for all those things. So but I have a million more reasons too. So I think I'll try and keep it short though.
No, that's awesome. That was perfect. That's perfect. Perfect. Eric, man, thank you for doing this. Thank you for taking the time out just to talk to us for a little bit. Everybody else, this was Dragon Destinations. We will see you guys next time.